South of Mexico City, in the ancient waterways of Xochimilco, there's an island that shouldn't exist. The story tourists hear is simple. In the 1950s, a man named Julian Santana Barrera became a hermit on this island after finding a drowned girl's body in the canal. He hung a doll to honor her spirit, but one doll became an obsession. One turned to two, two turned to three, and 50 years later, the island of the dolls, La Isla de las Muñecas. Hundreds of decaying dolls hang from every tree, their eyes watching, their limbs swaying like a garden of forgotten nightmares. He collected dolls from trash and water, hanging them everywhere, claiming they moved at night and whispered to each other in darkness. But that's not the real story. In 2023, archivists in Mexico City found a sealed police file from 1947, 4 years before Julian supposedly moved to the island. The documents revealed something extraordinary. A doll factory had operated on that island, owned by a mysterious woman named Esperanza Flores. On July 23, 1947, canal workers heard screaming, multiple girls' voices, coming from the island at midnight. By morning, the factory was abandoned. The workers were gone. Esperanza was gone. Only the dolls remained, hundreds of them hanging from trees. The police sealed the case within a week. No investigation, no explanation. Between 1935 and 1945, 17 young girls drowned in the canals near that island, all between ages 7 and 10. None of their bodies were ever recovered. In 12 cases, witnesses reported seeing the children with an unidentified woman just before they disappeared. A woman in her 30s, dark hair, carrying a basket. No one knew her name. She would appear, a child would vanish, and she wouldn't be seen again for months. The police never connected the dots. The reports were filed separately over a decade. Only when archives were digitized did the pattern emerge. The truth about Julian. Julian's family kept secrets from the tourists. His sister, Ana Maria, was one of those 17 girls. She drowned in 1943 at age 9, while Julian was watching her. He'd been distracted by a woman asking for directions. When he turned back, Ana Maria was gone. Julian's guilt consumed him. He heard his sister calling from the island. He was institutionalized twice for auditory hallucinations. In 1951, he finally went to the island and found the abandoned factory with all those dolls still hanging there. That's when he discovered the terrible truth. The dolls weren't empty, they were occupied. The ritual. According to notes found after Julian's death, he believed Esperanza Flores had bound the spirits of the 17 drowned girls into the dolls, not as cruelty, but as containment. The water had claimed them, and without the dolls, their spirits would seep into every canal, pulling others down to join them. The binding required maintenance. When Esperanza disappeared, it began weakening. Julian's 50-year obsession wasn't madness, it was necessity. Every doll he added strengthened the barrier, kept the spirits contained. He wrote that he occasionally saw Esperanza rowing distant canals, watching her work from afar, never aging. His final entry, days before his death, read, "The dolls are a mercy. The dolls are a cage. I'm tired. Ana Maria is calling again." 3 days later, he drowned. In 2001, Julian drowned in the exact spot where the girl had died 50 years earlier. The island became a tourist attraction. Who was Esperanza? There's no record of Esperanza Flores anywhere. No birth certificate, no death certificate, no paper trail. For someone who ran a business, she left no trace. The name itself is revealing. Esperanza means hope. Flores means flowers. In Spanish mysticism, certain entities take symbolic names rather than real ones. Names that represent purpose, not identity. Since 1945, not a single child has drowned near that island. For 78 years. Statistically impossible, yet true. The original dolls are deteriorating. Tourists add new ones, but they're different. Just plastic toys, not the vessels that matter. And strange things are happening. The water near the island glows at night. Swimmers feel hands grabbing their ankles. In 2019, investigators recorded 17 cold spots on the island, each maintaining the exact temperature where human bodies stop generating heat. Their audio captured 17 voices speaking in unison. Esperanza nos dio flores. Esperanza nos dio forma. Hope gave us flowers. Hope gave us form. Ground-penetrating radar in 2020 found 17 density variations buried beneath the factory in a perfect circle, each the size of a small child's body. Researchers requested permission to excavate. Every request was denied. One official speaking off the record explained, "Some cages should never be opened." If Julian spent 50 years keeping something contained, who are we to undo his work? La Isla de las Muñecas remains open daily. Management encourages visitors to bring dolls to add to the collection. They don't mention that no one has lived there since Julian's death. They don't mention the southern cold spots that never move. They don't mention that every July 23rd, the dolls are found rearranged in patterns no one can explain. Some cages are meant to stay locked, and some islands should never have been built at all. Subscribe for more striking, true-life stories and mystical events.